to our final few speakers to wrap up the night. But I'm just so happy that we have people that are speaking out, that are being strong because of you students being strong. We've won £20 million in hardship funding because of you students demanding better. We have seen so much go forward to make sure students are supported. We've seen mental health services being bolstered by money because students have really spoken out. We've seen students demand that they deserve better by marching when universities decide to fence them in, by demanding rent money back when they have been boxed in accommodations that are not fit for purpose, and they're being charged like hundreds and hundreds of pounds when they've been encouraged to come back to campus for no reason, to sit in their room and study online. It's not acceptable, and we will not stand for it. And so with that same energy, with that same anger, that same vim, I want to introduce Flo, who is our next speaker. Flo is the president at HISA SU, and you are another, fellow activist in the student movement. Again, fangirl Hillary has come back out, because I know that, you've also been on the front line fighting for students, literally, making sure students are eating, making sure students are being able to live and get their basic rights. So please tell us all about what you've done, and really speak to us about the things that we know that you're so obviously passionate about, students.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm Flo, and I'm from the Highlands and Islands Student Association, and updating a little bit on Matt Curley's behalf today as well, as he's sadly unable to be with us. But students have faced a semester quite unlike any other, and there's been many difficulties as the result of the COVID-19 pandemic. And back in March, they were unable to leave their student hall tenancies. They faced additional academic difficulties as the curriculum has moved online. They've been scapegoated for outbreaks. They faced financial pressures as the part-time work they've previously relied on disappeared, and as the incomes of those they depend on were hit as well. Within Scotland, the Student Deserves Better campaign has looked a wee bit different, in recognition of the fact that we have a different government pursuing different approaches. So just to give you guys a quick recap of what has happened since March, thanks to NUS Scotland and our brilliant student associations across the country, we had the law change, so students locked in their contracts and student halls can leave, secured additional funding for students facing hardship, secured new funding to help those students facing digital poverty, and also had additional funding secured to support students' mental health. We've had commitments from universities to support students through self-isolation and the pandemic, hosted a student association roundtable with the Minister for FEHE and Science, and twice with the National Clinical Director, so that we can hear directly what the issues are, and that they could hear directly from us what issues students are facing. So we successfully lobbied to change Scottish Government guidance. We ensured that clarity on students' ability to travel home, and ensuring Students' Association can stay open and continue to support students when restrictions were imposed on licensed premises. We secured asymptomatic testing for all students returning home over the Christmas holidays as well, which is fantastic, and getting life insurance for college healthcare students so they can complete their on-the-job training as well, and so much more. But now is really not the time to stop, and there's still so much more that we are wanting to work on. And some of the issues we continue to work on include ensuring that remote learning is the default mode of teaching, except for lab-based and practice-based learning, so students can learn from home or their non-term time addresses if they choose to do so. We also want financial support for Student Association from the Scottish Government, and while we will continue to stand up for students' interests throughout the pandemic, our most proactive campaigning focus, I think, in Scotland going forward is going to get the students the financial support that they really need. COVID-19 has caused financial hardship for Scotland's students as a result of lost or reduced employment for students themselves, but also for those on whom they financially depend on, so parents, carers, or partners. Research by NUS Scotland has found some of the following facts that I feel I really want to share with you today. So students have reported a negative impact on their income from paid employment. In March, 14% of those who were in employment had their hours reduced, and 6% had been made unemployed. By July, 11% of those in employment reported a reduction in their hours, and 14% had been made unemployed. In July, 2/3 of respondents in Scotland said that COVID-19 had some degree of impact upon their income, indicating a major, moderate, or slight impact. The key impact was fewer job opportunities and fewer hours or shifts being available or being furloughed and receiving lower income. Around 4 in 5 respondents indicate that they were concerned about their ability to manage financially in both March and July. The proportion of students who reported being extremely concerned increased from 16 to 21% between March and July. This number is probably now even worse, and it's just not acceptable. The income of these students depend on parents, carers, and partners have been negatively impacted too. Students have had to rely on financial assistance from a range of sources. In July, half of our respondents responded having sought financial assistance from a family member. 2 in 5 relied on savings. A quarter used their institution's hardship funds. Around 1/5 used credit cards. But this is really not the time to stop, and we need to make these financial savings here now as well, and kind of support our students financially. And it's really the time for everyone to get involved in this campaign as well. Students just deserve better. So in Scotland, we have 2 major asks from the Scottish Government ahead of this year's Scottish budget. We want to double the amount of FE and HE discretionary funds that were made available in 2021, using new additional funding to support students facing hardship. And secondly, we want invest an additional 5 million in digital inclusion for students in 2021-22 to help tackle digital poverty as well. It is really, really simple to get involved with us as well. And our first campaign asks us to email MSPs and encourage our friends and families to do the same. If you're based in Scotland, you can use a simple tool on the NUS website as well, which or is also linked on the social media sites, and allows you to directly email your MSPs and helps to flood politicians' inboxes with this. And NUS also likes a little bit of healthy competition around all of this. So the Scottish Student Associations with the most emails will win an opportunity for free of their officers or staff team to attend a TikTok marketing course, which is quite exciting and a good opportunity as well. But I think the overall message from today from me is to not stop and keep pushing and keep questioning the government and the universities on what they're doing, and refocus on the students and put the students back at the center of education, and to not let universities or the government marketize our universities even further.
Flo, you are incredible. I hear competition. I hear TikTok. Larissa, I'm calling out to you. All of our fellow TikTok enthusiasts, come and join. I think that is amazing. And you're so right. Scotland has seen so many amazing wins. And I think that is a testament to the fact that as students, you continue to be unrelenting. If you actually think about NUS's history, Scotland is basically like our home. It's where NUS started, and it's only grown from there. And I think, there's a testament to which we can say that the more we see you win in Scotland, the more we win as a movement, because the more we see you win, the more we win together. And I think that's incredible. So get involved in the competition. Whoever goes on that TikTok marketing course, please email me. I need you. I need to become TikTok famous, please. But I think, yes, you're all doing amazing stuff. And thank you so much again, Flo. You are incredible. And I'm sure we'll be bumping into each other virtually soon. So thank you so much.